What do you do?
All right, everybody should know Zakk Wylde. You know, you've been with Ozzy for how many years? You've been with Ozzy now?
I've been with Ozzy for 20 years, and then we've been doing the Black Label thing since '98. You figured everyone would know me, but the thing is, when I go home with my immortal beloved, my lover, Barbara Ann, and the kids, when we're going for it, she's like, "Oh, Frank, Andy." I go, "Barb, it's me.
Hey,
it's Zakk."
Zakk.
Yeah, the kids call me Uncle Andy and Uncle Frank. The kids, it's Daddy. They don't even know who I am. So if nobody does know who I am, it doesn't matter. So
Well, now we do. We've got it out. So, how did that come about that you got into be the lead guitarist for Ozzy's band?
No, I was Ozzy's crack cocaine dealer for several years, and then that's how you get started in the music business. But no, but the thing is, no, I auditioned just like everybody else and stuff like that. So a guy saw me playing in the club one night, and he was just like, exactly, knowing I'm a huge Ozzy fan, and I love, let me turn this down. I love, Sabbath and Randy Rhoads, and we got pictures of Randy up there with Oz and everything like that. And I just go, what do you know, the guys in Led Zeppelin too? You know what I mean? So, well, you never know who you're meeting in these clubs,
right.
You know what I mean? So, anyways, ended up sending, just did a tape of me playing, like Mr. Crowley, I Don't Know, all the stuff like that. And then, my sister Amy took a picture of me on my mom and dad's porch or whatever, with a Polaroid. And then the guy was like, dude, I can try and get it to, because Mark Weiss, my buddy Dave Feld, who's a guy, gave the picture to Mark Weiss, and Mark's a legendary photographer. So Mark gave the stuff to Mark because he was doing some pictures of Ozzy that weekend in New York City. So he goes, he goes, I can't promise you anything, man, but it beats, at the time I'm working at a gas station, so. I got nothing to lose, what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, when I went out and met Ozzy, it was just like, basically, I told him to get an autograph because I love him so much. So, next thing you know, Ozzy just goes, Zakk, just play with your heart. That's all I want you to do. I crapped my pants, we did the thing, and then after that he said, then go change your pants. And he still says that to this day. Now go take a shower. You smell.
Oh, gosh. How old were you when all that came about?
19.
Wow, that is young.
And now I'm 39, but that's in dog years. So that would make me, I'm actually older than Joe Paterno right now. I'm about 248 years old.
Wow, you're catching up to me.
Getting there, baby. I'm gaining.
Who would you say are maybe some of your main musical influences, your biggest ones?
Obviously, Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, Paco de Lucia, and then Lavigne, Elton John, Jimmy Page. I mean, he's Sabbath,
Right.
I mean, I listen to a lot of, it's bands I love. It's classic rock. You know what I mean? So it's just like it'd be a great Fleetwood Mac album or so. You know what I mean? So it's just like mostly what I listen to when I'm home, I'll either listen to classic rock or listen to sports talk radio, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, totally. That's what I listen to.
So what would you say is maybe like one of your all-time favorite songs then? Because you've got a wide range of musical influences.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I love Neil Young, too. So, I mean, I love everything. Like, if I'm lifting weights or something like that, I could love listening to Dime Bag or listening to, Ministry or Sugar or something like that. And then, but, like, when I want to chill out, when we're sitting on this bus for 26 hours or whatever, we got a super long drive, and after I get done, bashing my brains in with a Marshall and a Les Paul, you know what I mean? It's just like, the last thing I want to hear is heavy stuff.
Yeah.
So, we'll just sit here listening to the Eagles, listening to Neil Young, Crowded House, Coldplay, all the good mellow stuff.
Oh, interesting. Let's go a little bit into Black Label. Tell us a little bit of background on that. How did Black Label come about,
Well, I was playing with, when Black Label was born, I was playing with, at the time, GNR, and we were finishing Oz's record. We were working on Osmosis, and then, Axl called me up, because I knew Slash and all the guys, but I'd never met Axl before. So, but he called me up, he was like, hey, Zakk, man, you want to get together and do some jamming, And I said, yeah, sure, man, you know what I mean? Because I love GNR, they're an amazing band, and Axl, one of the greatest frontman ever, and I love Slash's playing, and, they're all, the guys are buddies of mine, so I just said, yeah, great, man. I go, let's get together and jam,
Right.
So, we were jamming for a bit, and then, but, you know, like, nothing was happening. And, you know, and Oz was going, like, Zakk, are you playing with the guys, or are you playing with me? Like, well, you know, like, because he was like, Zakk, I got to know before we get out on the road.
Right.
If you're not going to do it, I got to get a guitar player. You know, so it was, I said, Oz, let me figure it out. But, you know, once you start getting managers, lawyers, and all this stuff, you know, I mean, you would figure, you know, because I don't like the drama. I just like keeping things as simple as possible.
Exactly.
The whole thing is just like, but once you get these guys involved with everything, you know, you get the managers and lawyers, and you know, then it just turns into a goddamn nightmare. So, I mean, the whole thing is just like, what's like an anthole now turns into a gigantic mountain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, Oz was just like, Zakk, I'm gonna have to get another guitar player. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, which sucked because I mean, you know, he's godfather of my son and everything like that, and I love him. I worship the ground he walks on.
Right.
So, you know, I'm not gonna screw him because I go, I can't screw the boss. I go, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Exactly.
So the thing is this, I go, Oz, you know, that's when Joe Holmes came in. Joe's a great guy, awesome guitar player and everything like that. So Joe was jamming with him, and then nothing materialized with the G&R guys. So I just go, so I had all these riffs and tunes lying around, and I go, you know what, the hell with it, I'll just sing it on my goddamn self. You know what I mean?
There you go.
There you go. And then there's Black Label. There you go.
Wow, did that stuff feel a little bit weird to you to step out from, you know, just from being just guitarist to being a frontman and the guitarist? Is that a little weird?
Well, you can't live at home. You can't live at home with your mama and dad your whole life. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Everybody,
there.
you know, hey, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Remember that, kids.
Get a job. Take care of yourself.
Exactly. You're self-sufficient. You don't got to worry about nothing.
All right.
You know?
So how about some of the songs? Do you have any songs that maybe you wrote for Ozzy and that ended up a Black Label or vice versa?
No, I mean, you know, like when I'm jamming with the boss and everything like that, when I'm jamming with Oz, I mean, Ozzy and Black Label music, I mean, to me, it's still in the same zip code. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm doing a jazz record.
Right.
You know, when I jam with Derek Sherinian and we do like fusion and stuff like that, with Derek's material is like, you know, it's amazing stuff. He's one of the greatest musicians I've ever met in my life. So I mean, it's just like, you guys beyond phenomenal. So, but you know, when I'm doing this stuff with Derek, that's like us doing our fusion thing, like Al Di Meola and Mahavishnu and everything like that, which is, you know, and then you got Ozzy, you know, Ozzy and Black Label. And, you know, you could take either one of the songs and just put, if Ozzy's singing on it, on a Black Label tune, it's a new Ozzy song. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you there.
So I mean, the music, it's not like, you know, one of the, you know, like, or even like Black Label's like a death metal band, and then Ozzy's more just hard rock. You know what I mean? It's just, it's really, it's in the same zip code. You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, I never like write something and go, oh well, no, I'm gonna keep that for Black Label and give this to. It's like, to me, it's always about the songs. You gotta have great songs. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about. So just like, if you write a great song, then write another great one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here
it's
you go.
all about the tunes, you know?
All right. Has Ozzy ever given you any really good musical tips, you know, anything like that maybe you want to pass on?
Oh, no,
you know, he knows so much.
No, what he really does. He's the greatest. But, no, I mean, like all the words of advice he's ever given me, he's like, son, listen to me. This is what's going to happen. Don't let him do this to you, and yada, 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 and this and that. Yeah, like, everything he's ever told me has all come true. You know what I mean?
He knows it. He's been here.
Oh, yes. I got, you know, I got my dad and I got him. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not a pimple on either one of their asses. So, you know what I mean?
You got your job.
Yes.
Taking care of yourself.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
What would you say is maybe your favorite song to play before a crowd? Like maybe just get them really riled up or...
I mean, anything, just as long as somebody's breathing while we're playing.
Believe me, while you're up there, people are breathing.
No, but I mean, I love them all. I mean, you know, even with the, you know, we're doing Black Label, you know, with the new album, with stuff off the new album, Shot to Hell. I mean, you know, I love playing, whether it's, you know, New Religion, Concrete Jungle, stuff like that, you know, and then Last Goodbye or whatever. And then, but I still love playing the older stuff too, though. You know what I mean? I mean, because when you're playing all this stuff, you know what I mean? It's really cool because it's almost kind of like looking at yearbook photos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you go, man, you remember that? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that was 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is cool. It just gives you take a trip down memory lane. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I mean, it's not like I'd want to go back to high school, but you know, my buddies that I had in high school, we always had a good time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So remember that? Remember we did that?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the beautiful thing about music.
Right.
You know what I mean? It can bring you back. You know what I mean? So So I enjoy playing the older stuff too. You know what I mean? Whether it's with Black Label or when I'm jamming with Oz, you know, playing the Randy stuff and everything like that. So you know, it's like you know, when we're playing I Don't Know or you know Crazy Train or any, like I love those songs so much. You know what I mean? So it's just like I love playing them. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't write them,
right?
I love playing them.
Right.
You know, that's why I said when I'm jamming with the boss, it's just like being in the most glorified, you know, for me, being the greatest cover band on the planet, yet you get still to write your own stuff.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm being in the cover band playing Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads songs, but there's the guy that actually sang on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Standing right next to me, you know what I mean?
Excellent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And slightly kicks ass.
Slightly, I think more than that.
Exactly.
I heard you've got a screenplay coming out called Berserker. Is it written yet, or what's
Yeah,
the stages
no,
of that?
we've already, it's written and we're planning on, it's going to be, well, you know, if you ever seen like Mel Brooks, you know, like him doing like Blazing Saddles or Spaceballs, it's going to be, you know, like Cannonball Run. We already got, you know, like all my musician buddies,
Okay.
athletes, actors, are going to do cameos in this thing.
Okay.
And this is going to be the worst suck movie you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it's gonna be making Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs. I mean, all that stuff like Monty Python stuff. It's just gonna be, and it's just a piss take on the Warriors.
Okay.
You know, and what it is basically these gangs. You know what I'm saying? Now?
Yeah.
You know, you got all the gangs. You know, I mean, they're all in there. You know what I mean? So you know, then we're the Berserkers. We still live at home with our mama and dad. You know what I mean? And you know, we're a badass gang. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah, we still live at home with our parents,
Right.
and we're 40 years old, you know what I mean?
But we're in a gang.
Yeah, we're tough, man, you know what I mean?
Are you going to have a part in it?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll be in it.
Oh, gosh.
Because my acting skills suck so bad, I have to be in this movie.
Well, I don't know, you were in Rockstar. I mean, how did that come about? Did they ask you to do that, or?
Yeah, well, the bottom line is, yeah, they came down and asked me. They said, well, they wanted me to do the soundtrack, and then they wanted me to be in the movie so it looked real, the guitar playing or whatever. And I said, yeah, sure. And I go, well, what is it I got to do, you know? And I said, because I got to, I actually do this for a living. So I said, like,
you don't want to be embarrassed?
well, no. Well, not only that, I go, I mean, like, after this movie's done, I still got to go back to doing what I do.
Right.
So, they go, well, no, all you got to do is just show up. You can drink beer all day, fire 12-gauge shotguns, and then lift weights.
You sound there.
And play guitar. And I go, you're going to pay me for this? And they were like, oh, yeah. And I go, sign me up, man. That's what I do on a normal basis, you know. And that's what I did. That's what I do. That's my life.
You know, many of your Rebel Access fans, they've heard the song, the live version of Super Terrorizer. They've heard you say, Limp Bizkit sucks. How did that come about? Maybe give us a little bit of background.
Well, no. The reason why I came about, I mean, it's not that I don't have anything against Limp Bizkit or anything like that. It's just because, hey, God bless them, man. I mean, anybody can make music and make a nickel in the music business. God bless them, and they love music.
Definitely.
They're doing it. So hey, more power to them. But I mean, no, the reason why I came about, I had to go talk to these record companies, and nobody wanted to, sign me or do anything like that. And I just go like this. I go, the guy goes like this. He goes, hey, well, Zakk, if you change your image, this, and it was so degrading, man. I'm like sitting here like going,
Change my image.
no, I mean, well, no, I had to like kiss ass and do everything like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Suck balls just to get a record deal, And I'm like going, he goes, this whole Viking, berserker, biker, whatever the hell it is you got going on, and the beard and everything, maybe if you just change your image more kind of like, let's say, like more like Limp Bizkit. And I go like this, I go, you're joking. So I said, all the years of playing with Ozzy Osbourne, and the lineage I'm cut from, the cloth I'm cut from, is Randy Rhoads, and Jakey Lee, and Tony Iommi. I go, that's where I roll from. I go, you want me to be more like that? So let me get this straight. If I put a backwards baseball hat on, a red hat, which is sacrilege, by the way, so because I'm a Yankee fan, you put that on, I wear some baggy shirts, and I wear some baggy shorts, and wear some Vans, and I start going, yo, G, what's going on with all my boys? I go, that's going to fix everything?
I can't even see you talking like
that. No, but the whole thing, oh, no, he's white bread,
That's
he's
messed
whiter
up.
than rye. But I mean, the whole thing is, it's just like, I go, that's going to fix everything?
Right.
And he was like, so we're supposed to make believe that past, I should be proud of it. What you're telling me is, I'm supposed to make believe that never happened.
Right.
And I said, I'm proud of it. You know, it's just, and it's just like, well, you know, I go, no, I'm not. I go, you know what? Take the record company and cram it up your ass. I said, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? So, but that's where the Limp Bizkit thing always came from.
Ah, okay, it
And
makes
by
sense.
the way, where's Black Label and where's Limp Bizkit? End of story.
End of
There we
story.
go.
There's nothing else to say.
There you go.
All right, any last words for your Rebel Access fans who are going to be watching this interview?
Yes, stay strong, keep bleeding Black Label, and keep bleeding Ozzy. I gotta go get another cocktail. I'll talk.